walk down the street and ask any random person, what is the most successful movie franchise ever created? They are most likely to say Star Wars. But if you also ask them, what movie franchise has ruined its name for fans across the span of only one or two movies, they are also likely to say Star Wars. And what could possibly tarnish the brand that is Star Wars, leaving fans extremely divided? Movies 7, 8, and 9. The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. One of the main reasons for the abomination that is the Star Wars sequels is the creators behind them. I want to focus on three individuals: Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and Rian Johnson. But Jack, you might be thinking, J.J. and Rian aren't that bad, and Kathleen has produced some pretty great movies, like Indiana Jones. Well, it's the extreme miscommunication between Rian and J.J. that resulted in most of the chaos in these movies. And Kathleen Kennedy's movies mainly gain all of their fame because of Steven Spielberg's involvement. Without it comes movies she made like Avatar: The Last Airbender, rated only 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. Another partial reason for these movies' downfall is the negligence of Rian Johnson. He took no account of what fans wanted in a Star Wars movie and made The Last Jedi into his own personal movie. Now it's about time to talk about why these movies are as horrible as they are. When George Lucas created Star Wars back in 1977, he had a vision for where the franchise was to go. And up until Disney purchased Lucasfilm in 2012, the franchise followed that vision, leading to its success. What George Lucas wanted for the franchise, in a nutshell, would be Anakin Skywalker and his family learn about good and evil, emotion, and friendship, all while battling two main villains, Sheev Palpatine and Maul. But Disney, being the large corporation that they are, meddled with the plot too much for the sole purpose of money. And now the story doesn't even follow the Skywalkers anymore. So it's almost unsurprising that the creator of Star Wars himself extremely dislikes the last three Star Wars movies. And now, the biggest reason for all of the hate for the inhuman glob of trash— oh, sorry, I must have gotten that and the sequels mixed up. Anyways, the biggest reason for all of the hate for the sequels is the characters. Let's start with the main character, Rey. She has little to no character development, she's very emotional, and she has all of the bad qualities of Anakin Skywalker with none of the good ones. Also, she fights like an 8-year-old who found a stick in the park, pretending it's a sword, and wants to wave it around in front of their parents. Then there's Finn and Poe. Finn's only purpose is just to yell different characters' names. Seriously, look up on YouTube every time Rey cries or Finn screams in the sequel trilogy. And Poe is extremely stupid, doing things like introducing himself to people he's already met, such as Rey or Holdo. Now, one thing that extremely aggravates me about the sequels is that they killed off the three main characters of the original trilogy. And now, the character ruined most by the sequels, Luke Skywalker. For a bit of context, here's a little part of the plot from Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker just found out he was the son of the mass murderer Darth Vader, and he was told that he must confront him in order to fulfill his destiny. But he said, "No, I want to save my father and redeem him." And so he did. But in the sequels, when he had a bad dream about his nephew becoming an evil Sith, he tried to murder his nephew. No more redemption, love, or care, just, "Oh no, I had a bad dream about my nephew. I must kill him." I could talk about the flaws of these movies for hours, but I can't fit everything into this rant. The sequels have left Star Wars, in the words of Sheev Palpatine, scarred and deformed, but it can be undone. The storylines of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, The Mandalorian, and The Bad Batch are all universally loved by fans. And why? They were created by people who know what they're doing. Prominently, the executive creative director of Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni. If more of these series and movies could be created, they could overshadow or even erase the sequels. If I got the chance to show Disney this rant, I would, because they need to know what has to be done.